ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Hi, good evening and welcome to Sports Saturday. I'm Julian Gibson coming to you from Millers, Long Island, where the North Long Island Basketball Jamboree is taking place. But let's first go back to the capital. Hugh Campbell Basketball Classic. Kelsey Johnson was courtside.
Top-ranked teams like defending champions Tabernacle Falcons, St. George's Jaguars, C.I. Gibson Rattlers, C.C. Speeding Cobras, and Anatole Rogers Timberwolves are jostling for one of the final four spots in the annual Hugh Campbell Basketball Classic. But before we get to the highlights of the Hugh Campbell Basketball Tournament, we turn our attention to breaking news from the collegiate basketball beat. According to reports, Arizona's basketball coach, Sean Miller, had lengthy discussions with his Bahamian star player, DeAndre Ayton, about a $100,000 payment to secure his commitment with the Arizona Wildcats. Multiple phone conversations were intercepted by the FBI with Miller and a runner for a sports agent. This is the latest revelation into the federal investigation, which started last year. Ayton, a freshman, is projected to be a top 5 pick in the first round of the NBA Draft 2018. We will keep a close eye on this and bring you the latest as it develops. Back to the Hugh Campbell. Anatole Rogers Timberwolves lined up a rematch with St. George's Jaguars. The Jaguars' claws were sharper than the Timberwolves on Friday. The Freeport-based team defeated the Timberwolves out of Nassau 49-38.
I think the issue that we had as we came into the game, we were a little bit lethargic, and we came into the third quarter, we really didn't play hard, and then we got to within, I think it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the fourth quarter, and that's when we really gave our effort. I think that's where our downfall was in this game.
And the only thing we can do is continue to work on what we've been working on. It is very difficult, through my experience, beating a team that good twice in the same tournament. Very difficult. We're going to have to continue to be fundamentally sound. As you can see, we faltered at the end. That team is not going to give up. That's a championship-type team. They have a very good coach, and Coach McCoy, me and him coach together on the national team. They're not going to give up. So we got to be prepared. We got to probably tweak a couple of things because, they got really good guards that are fast. In Freeport, as you know, we don't play that kind of fast-paced game. We got to be more prepared.
That's one of the things that we want to tip our hat on. We want to be a team that plays hard. I mean, it may not be we may not be playing the way that we want, but that's one of the things we want other teams to know, that when we play, we're a team that's going to play hard all the time.
That full court press seems to be giving you an issue as well.
Yes, it has, and that goes again to the kind of style of play that FIBA allows you to play, and that's a style that Anatole and most of the better teams play. We got to adjust fast.
The defending champions, the Tabernacle Falcons, beat Gateway out of Bimini. Unlike the Timberwolves, who were able to survive the second shake, Gateway was eliminated by Doris Johnson earlier, and now the Marlins will play Tabernacle, who is focused on Monday night.
Gateway is a very good team, plays very hard, but I think my boys wanted it just a little bit more tonight. Doris Johnson is by far no easy task for him, but whoever we have to play come tomorrow night, we'll be ready.
The C.I. Gibson Rattlers took a bite out of Sir Jack Hayward on Friday night, but they will face off again tonight around 8:30 p.m. as Sir Jack Hayward moved on with an easy win over Prince William earlier today.
This is tournament play. You got to be able to play. Sir Jack, runner-up in the Grandmama League, we got to play. We got to play. We just got to take one game at a time, one possession at a time. I feel like once we do those small things, we give ourselves a chance to continue to win.
The final four teams will be determined tonight, with the semifinal games starting at noon on Sunday at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks much, Kelsey. The official opening ceremonies of the North Long Island High School Basketball Jamboree took place yesterday afternoon. Rodney Gibson, one of the founding fathers, doing the honors.
31 years, in my opinion, should have merited us a gym. I believe one day it will come. We are told this so many times, on so many occasions. However, God has been good to us, and for that we are grateful.
But coming here to participate in this jamboree, I remind myself as a sailor, it's all about competing and giving it your best. That's all your coach, your parents, and your persons who applaud you ask of you in this sport.
I also want to say thank you because this event also brings an economic stimulus to the island. And so we appreciate our domestic tourists.
The committee this year decided to honor Elsie Thompson, a teacher who passed away some 10 years ago.
We've been observing that we had a lot of cases of cancer in our community, and it wasn't among the elderly. It was young people who had just graduated within 5 to 6 years. And I figured this would be an excellent opportunity to create cancer awareness and celebrate the 10th anniversary of Ms. Thompson's death, because she died from cancer and she was an inspiration to all of us.
Yes, it was very touching. You know, it's been 10 years now, but it still feels like yesterday. But we were grateful and very much appreciative to see what they were doing for our mother. She was never the type of person to do what she did for fame or anything. She did it because she had a love for what she did. She had a passion, and to her, the kids were everything. And she just needed to do what she had to do to get to the kids. Even up until the time of her death, she was like, I have to get home to the kids. So that's how much she loved what she did.
Now hitting the court last night, Ellen Coakley, senior boys, taking on Cat Island. This one was a lopsided affair. Ellen Coakley out of Exuma, 44, Cat Island, 24.
Yeah, we feel good about it. We came out kind of aggressive because we want to actually take something back to Exuma. We've been practicing hard all year, putting in a bunch of work. So we want to just come in and, I guess, take some trophies back to Exuma.
Well, they gave up at the last quarter. This team, actually, I'm pretty proud of that team because this is an intermediate team that I shuffled a little to play the senior game.
Can you guys turn it around and still be competitive and win it all?
Man, they just need to be hungry enough. If we are hungry enough, anything is possible.
And don't forget, come tomorrow night at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, Team Bahamas, after losing big to Dominican Republic, will take on Canada.
Our adjustment is very simple. We got to play 4 quarters of basketball. We have adjusted the roster by having a better defensive team. That was proven in the first half, but in the third and fourth quarter, we forget how to play defense. Once we do that, if we can play 4 good quarters against Canada, I expect to win that game. These guys been playing basketball together from junior, senior. I mean, just coming together 5 days, 6 days prior to these games. Every team is doing the same thing. So no team is at a disadvantage. I don't think that the cohesive was lost. I just think we came out lackadaisical in the second half on both ends of the floor. And when you do that, and the team like Dominican Republic, who we knew could shoot the ball very well, start hitting all those trees, we find ourselves in the hole. We just didn't pick our heads up and keep fighting.
And play cool basketball, and we gotta play winning basketball. You see a ball on the floor, you gotta dive, you gotta make checks, you gotta get stops. You know, we're not gonna qualify. We keep playing for fame.
And for the Dominican Republic, they will now take on the U.S. Virgin Islands on Sunday.
Let's try to watch the video. Let's try to continue to play hard because we want to go to the World Championship. We have more guys that can be on the team. We have players on the NCAA. We have players on the NBA. We hope that Al Hartford and Carl Anthony Towns can be on the team, and Luis Delgado and most players that we had around the world.
Well, that's all the time for Sports Saturday. Once again, I'm Julian Gibson. Special thanks, as always, to my hardworking cameraman, Lyndon Smith, not Ashley Taylor. I left them back in Nassau with those bow ties and those crazy-looking neckties. Stay tuned. The weather forecast is still to come.